All aboard your tech news, games, and deals caboose. We have some 3 Samsung monitors to go over, some LG 8K Smart TVs, some COD rumors, and more. Let's start off with the Samsung's new 2019 monitors. This is pre-CES. It's basically already started for news stuff coming out early. But we have 3 monitors. The first monitor is the Space Monitor, which is modern, minimal, and a flexible design. So there's 2 size screens, but it's basically going to go flat against a wall, and the cables are going to run through the little arm there, so it'll be minimalistic, not too many wires, and it'll actually touch your desk, so height adjustment all the way down if you're into that. 27 inches with a QHD, so 1440p, and a 32-inch model with 4K for that monitor. We also have the CRG9 49-inch monitor. This is their super ultra-wide monitor, so it's basically 2 monitors together without a bezel, and this is also curved, so it's going to be 49 inches diagonal. It's going to offer 120 Hz refresh rate and the 32:9 aspect ratio, that's the width basically. 4 millisecond response, FreeSync 2 HDR technology, and here's a picture of it. This is pretty wide, I'd have to say. These are the pretty cool monitors if you're into seeing more than what you normally can see. Get a little bit of an advantage in gaming or just desktop usage. That's 5120 by 1440p pixels. So this is an upgrade over their original 49-inch monitor that was only 1080p. And it's going to get bright with a peak brightness of 100 nits. That's basically brighter than any smartphone besides the Samsungs, and I think there's like 2 others that get around 1000 nits, but it's really bright with an 1800 mm screen curvature. Cool monitor for that. And the third one is the UR59C, which is a 32-inch curved 4K monitor, and this one gets a 1500R curvature and slim design, 3-sided bezel-less screen, so really thin bezels on this one. There's a little bit of the curve you can kind of see from the front angle. And another monitor. And more news will be coming out January 8th to 11th from Samsung on these monitors. We also have LG's 8K Smart TV, and they also talk about a couple other TVs. But this is going to be powered by their Alpha 9 Gen 2 intelligent processor and deep learning algorithms. So basically what we're seeing are the Z9, W9, E9, and C9. Those probably are all interesting names. And these are OLED TVs. So this first one is the Z9 they talk a little bit about, which is their 8K 88-inch TV. So it's pretty large, and it's going to need to be to take effectiveness of those 8K pixels that you can see so well. So what we're going to get with this is basically adjustments for ambient conditions for optimized screen brightness. This is where their AI tech starts to move into play with their TVs. It also takes into account the content and can improve the sound quality. It can upmix 2-channel audio to deliver convincing virtual 5.1 surround sound. You'll have to be the judge of that if you ever actually get to try it out. And adjusts brightness, transforms HDR, so we get a lot of cool tech from that. And they also talk about some other 2019 flagship TVs. They're 75-inch, another 8K, but this one is LCD instead of OLED. And this is the SM99, and this will have a kind of a new branding kind of name with Nano Cell TV. So there's going to be nanotechnology inside the TV. Basically, it's going to be like nano accuracy, nano color, so like super improved color and color accuracy and wide viewing angles, which is they're terming nano accuracy. So viewing it from the side, if there's a lot of people in the room, so people will get better viewing angles. And with sleek design with a nano bezel. So basically there almost won't be a bezel. They also don't mention the nano remote controller, which is so small you can't even pick it up, but we'll not really talk about that. And then it's HDMI 2.1, which some of the TVs will get up to 120 frames per second, the 4K versions it sounded like. So LG, cool stuff. We also get Segway unveils a more durable electric scooter and autonomous delivery robot. So we get the Model Max scooter announcement, not too many details, but it looks like a more robust scooter, more durable, and can probably go further. And the other little announcement we'll see more on January 9th, they say. And they also unveiled the Lumu Delivery, an autonomous vehicle for last mile deliveries. So it looks like there's a little screen on top, and I don't think those coffees are going to fit, but they're making it look like it's going to fit. That little notch lock thing will probably get in the way because it's so slim. Looks like there's 2 drawers. That bottom drawer would definitely fit those. So it looks like it can deliver up to 3 things, most likely, and each could be locked and go to different deliveries, who knows. So that's from Segway. We also have Red, the big camera company that does really expensive cameras and stuff, is showing off Lithium. This is a 3D camera rig for its Hydrogen 1 phone. So the Hydrogen 1 phone was a $1,300 phone. It didn't get super great reviews. It may be ahead of its time. It may not have had the modular accessories that it was kind of banking on a little bit, but the screen had an interesting 4-view like holographic 3D display, so you could check that out. But this is going to connect to it for the monitor, and this is going to film even better 3D kind of film, 3D and 4-view style footage. And then it would use the holographic display to actually be able to see it and be able to play back the footage that you just recorded. And the big thing about this camera system is that it's going to be lightweight and compact compared to all the other more expensive 8K weapon for 3D shooting. So this is going to be around 6 pounds. So you'll probably be able to use it with one hand if you think about it. 6 pounds. You could get different angles. You could get in tighter spots. So using the smartphone as a screen for your holographic 3D little stuff could be pretty good if we see this anytime soon, but it's looking like 2020. So we'll have to wait a little while till we see the phone come back into the light. But here's the little H4 view content. So basically 2 cameras can take like slightly different angle video, and then as you're watching it on your phone, you could then, on this phone specifically with the holographic display, you could then kind of shift it and see the different effect that the video gets. We also get Samsung Galaxy S10 leaks. This is pretty early and not really too much. It's just a tweet. Samsung Galaxy S10 Beyond 1, that's the code name, is in the wild. So we get a little hole punch out and they're saying this is the S10. So that's that. We also have from Asus, this is the ProArt PA90. It's another trash can style. This is a little bit more work oriented. They are having the i9-9900K, the CPU from Intel, and then a Z390 chipset, and the graphics for this little monster is a P4000 and P2000 options for the NVIDIA Quadro, so a little bit more heavy duty. 64 gigs of RAM, not too much there, some storage, and it's water cooled, the CPU is, and the vent can actually open up a little bit more for even more cooling. But from Business Wire, they mentioned that the cooling is pretty quiet already, and they're saying it's 36% quieter than average desktop PC. So pretty quiet, small form factor, a little trash can computer for more work-oriented people. And that leads us into some game news for today, and we get some Call of Duty 2019 rumors. And it's possibly we're getting teased from the Infinity Ward Senior Community Manager Ashton Williams. And could it be Ghost 2? Could it be Modern Warfare 4? Here are some of the tweets. This is from the 25th. We get some death-style skulls, some more skulls on the 26th, even more on the 27th, 28th, 31st, and the 1st. So there's a lot of death theme going on. But this article links to a forum thread on Reset Era, which the Kotaku writer writes, "Ain't Ghost 2." So people are then now leaning more towards Modern Warfare 4. So go ahead, debate in the comment section below if you really want to. So we also have more game news from The Legend of Zelda. This is an old game, but new news coming out of it from 1986. If you were into The Legend of Zelda back then, we get a cool little video from Skellex and he goes into the minus world. So what the minus world is, he had to actually spend quite a bit of time to code it and hack out of the map, and you could get into a world below the game, and a lot of bugs and graphical stuff is kind of messed up down there. But basically he kind of gets into explaining the hexadecimal byte above 127 can be read as a negative value, and that will cut the map in half basically, and that's where you get the bottom map, which is the minus world. We see this at 129. There's a little video of it. And he basically goes around and explores and tests and just goes in caves and stuff and fights monsters, and even attacks NPCs that you may not have been able to attack before, but just interesting, cool little old game hacks that you can get into. He seems to think he might be one of the first people to do this. Maybe other people haven't really spent the time to try to code and get into this old style game, but he'll probably be doing a series about it. And there's a lot of crazy stuff he hacks into at the bottom level world. So little tidbit there. And we get Pokemon Go with the Adventure Sync Hatchathon. So this is January 2nd to the 15th, and you're going to get ×2 Stardust, ×2 candy, and higher chance of receiving 5km and 10km eggs from Pokestops and gyms. So go get hatching if you're into Pokemon. And Pokemon double news, we get a Go Safari Zone event in Porto Alegre, Brazil. This is on the 25th to the 27th. Event is free if you fly over there or live there. Tickets are limited but free again. You have to go to this link to actually get the ticket. But little Safari Zone event, there's some stuff going on actually if you aren't at the event. So get into that, you Pokemon Go fans. We also get last game news, Beyond Skyrim new North announcement trailer. So if you've been following Beyond Skyrim, there's a pretty good trailer, I'd have to say. 2 minutes and 51 seconds, go check that out. Gets pretty gruesome, some of it, can't show all of it. But there's no date announced for this yet, no release date if you were interested in playing. But stay tuned for more updates, live streams, and beta testing. So this is the announcement trailer from the 1st. So cool stuff there. Got a couple of people saying get set. This is at the beginning, they're ready for the G9. Someone wanting that monitor. Not sure which of the 3 monitors. You might want all 3 monitors, but they're probably pretty expensive when they get on the market. One of the original ultra wide was around $1,000, the double monitor combined into one. So this will probably be between $15,000 and $2,000 you would expect. Someone saying, Claw saying, I see well in 65-inch 4K and there's still space for improvement. So you're looking at that 8K TV, aren't you? We'll have to see what the price tag is for that one. Anything red is probably not for my pocket. Probably not. I mean, the camera would fit in your pocket. It'd be expensive, but the 6-pound rig definitely wouldn't fit there. And Caitlin says, I need an Android phone. My iPhone sucks. So upgrade your phone if you want a better phone than iPhone. That are thousands of dollars these days. And tomorrow will be another 3 p.m. live stream. Probably some more CES stuff going on. We're basically probably going to be doing two live streams for CES on the 7th and onwards because there's just so much to cover. But get ready for some more pre-CES stuff. Only here. There's probably other places too, people covering it, but yeah. And that's it. We're gonna sign out. Pew pew pew. Pew 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 pew. Pew pew pew.